It's that time of week for Bob's Track Talk, your weekly roundup of the good, the bad, a marshal chasing a lizard. Singapore hosted a hot and sweaty round of Formula 1, and it was Lando Norris who dominated the weekend. The McLaren driver qualified on pole and promptly romped away with the win. Max Verstappen was second, ahead of Aussie Oscar Piastri, who drove from 5th to the podium. And in what is being touted as his last ever Grand Prix, Daniel Ricciardo came home as the last of the finishers, but set the fastest lap. He was emotional post-race. But hopefully it's not the last time we see Danny Ric in a race car. Who's cutting those onions? MotoGP contested the Emilia-Romagna GP at Misano, and it was a super tight tussle between the title combatants. Pecco Bagnaia held an early lead before Jorge Martin got the better of him. Enea Bastianini then fought back into the action before Bagnaia dropped it while hunting the leading duo down. Bastianini saved his best for last with a dive bomb on Martin, who wasn't thrilled with the move, but the result stood, and didn't the Italian fans love it? NASCAR rocked the short track at Bristol, and it was wild. John Hunter Nemechek decided to drive backwards for a bit. Joey Logano had this little lick. Corey LaJoie didn't have much of his name, but Kyle Larson had plenty, taking a commanding win. And in the Fanatec GT Europe at Monza, well, they all crashed at the first corner. For those who managed to survive the Turn 1 mess, most of them crashed later anyway. And what we were left with was a little bit of GT history at the Temple of Speed. OQ by Oman Racing became the first ever Bronze Cup team to win overall in GT Europe. So that's it. Lots more racing to come in 2024, so stick with Bob's Track Talk for all of the latest racing from around the world. I'm Richard Crail, and you'll hear from me next week.